Welcome back to another Spirit Island video. In this video, I'm going to be covering another miscellaneous topic. This time, we're going to be taking Blight to scale. So in my previous Starlight video, of course, Starlight decided to do Starlight things, drafted some good cards, and just the optimal line was for me not to take Blight. So I purposely picked up a spirit that is forced to take Blight to scale, and that is Rivers. So I have France 6 loaded up. We have board D, and board D's not a good board for us, so we're already off to a sad start. Let's see what that Explorer is going to be here. And that is Sands. Sands is probably a very good Explorer for us, so we will take that. And I'll France 6 into my Disease Land. So taking Blight to scale, how is River going to do that? Now, the reason why River has to take Blight to scale is because you don't have the tools to handle my land. So I look at the board here, and I see both my D4 and my D7. I have no way to solve the city on D7. Zero way in my kit. There's nothing that I can do. So I have to recognize I can't solve this land. I need to play around. I need to basically abandon hope there. I'm going to do the very standard river build. I'm going to G2, G2, G1, G2. So we're going to go from bottom track here. And I am playing that travel aspect. So my first plan is I want to rescue my Dahan over here. And I can either get the Dahan over here into D1 or into D5. I'm actually going to try to choose my I'm going to choose my D5 here. And we're going to do a very standard opening with my Wash Away as well as my River's Bounty here. And don't worry, I will talk about everything as we go through. That's sad to pass that up. Sands will build, and the Explorer is going to be making sure I have everything how I want it to be. Wetlands. Okay. Double Explorers. Explorer. Okay. So unfortunately, this wasn't the best Explorer. So ideally in this matchup, what we like to do is you want to be able to get a favorable counterattack with the defend one. Based on this Explorer, it's not really possible without sacrificing Dahan, so I'm just not going to bother. So River's Bounty, I'm going to gather some Dahan. We're going to gather some Dahan into this land. They then create a Dahan, and I get a Sacred Site here, which now is going to enable my massive flooding here. I also get an energy from River's Bounty, so that was this card here. And like I said, I'm going to be taking that Blight to scale on D7. And then I have the option to take the Blight to scale on D4. And this is where we get to decide. So I can use my Wash Away to stop the Blight on D4, or I can disrupt my D1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Wash Away to disrupt my D1 because I want to stop the city build. Now, I also have my massive flooding, so I actually can also stop the Blight here. So I can actually do both. Now, in a perfect world, I would push the Explorer out, and like I said, I would use my Travel special rule to get the counterattack and clean the town up. Of course, I don't have that luxury this game. So I'm just going to push the town out, and we're going to throw this town. I can either throw it into the jungle, or into the mountain, or into the jungle here. I'm going to throw it into the jungle because that will limit the amount of explorers if that comes up. Oh, and I got a France 6. I hate you, France 6. Let's France 6. I guess we'll France 6 over here into my my D6. Okay, so we've done everything. We've done Wash Away, or no, we've done Massive Flooding. Let's use Wash Away. We're going to do that here. And we'll throw this town over here into my D5. Once again, trying to limit the explorers. And then this explorer is going to get pushed into my D2. And there we go. Okay, so once again, we're going to G2 bottom bottom. And we're going to place our presence. And I kind of like where everything is. I'm going to put one presence over here into D4. And I'll put one presence over here into my D1, I believe. Yes, D1. And I'm going to move these two Dahan into the Sands. Reason why I'm doing that is I want to get my Dahan out of that Disease Land because I don't want them to die to Grim Toll. I have the Reclaim 1, so I'm going to grab River's Bounty, and I'm going to play these 3 cards. So this is a very, very classic River opening. I have Flash Floods. There's some plays. I'm actually going to use Flash Floods to do 2 damage into my land 3, killing those Explorers. I could instead play around beast damage, and then maybe I donate flash floods, or maybe I kill the town here. I just think it's safe to kill the beasts, or kill the explorers there. This is where I give out Boon of Vigor to the team. Yeah, I'm just gonna give it out. I'm not gonna just to take it because it ends up messing up with the energy economics. And then I have my massive flooding, and then I also have River's Bounty. So River's Bounty is going to set up my massive flooding here. And I can set that up over here on my D5. I can set it up on my D4. I can pretty much set it up wherever I want. And then I'm going to France 6 into my D1. So kind of everything is nice and set up for us. We have invested. Awesome. We're taking Blight to scale. So we're okay here. So we don't have to worry about this. We could add that to Han with Coming of Age and Prey on the Heedless. There's that beast damage. Okay, so Sans Ravage. We took that Blight to scale. We are going to build Wetlands. We're actually solved. And Jungle is the follow-up Explorer. And this is everything that I was trying to explain. I'm going to France 6 over here into my D1. So I took the Blight to scale to get ahead tempo-wise, so that now I can disrupt my jungle here, and then I can try to plan around my D2. And at this point, I've actually already won the game. There really isn't much they can do, but we're going to continue to play on. So Massive Flooding, we're going to do 2 damage. We're going to kill the town here. And then we're going to push these 2 explorers. We'll push the explorers over here into the sands, or into the mountain. I'm going to use my River's Bounty, gathering 2 Dahan. We will gather these 2 Dahan into here, creating a Dahan, and getting an energy, and that will also give me a defend 1 in that land. So everything looks very nice, and I'll probably begin moving Dahan into this land, and I plan to do a nice counterattack trade here. What our plan is. Time passes, and we reclaim. So this is a very standard build, and usually we're looking for a 0-cost defend. I did get the defend with favor, which is really nice, though it is really awkward on us, just because, well, we really want a 0-cost card, and we drew all 1. So this is a very unfortunate set of cards here. They're not bad. It's just it could be better. I'm going to go with either Disorienting or Favor. Favor, just having the defend is great, but we'll go with Disorienting. And we're going to play these 2 cards here. And next turn, we're going to G2 bottom. And then we are going to reclaim River's Bounty, and we're going to play all of our cards. We'll max our innate, and we'll just be in the clear here. I grabbed Disorienting Landscape, as this is a way to add a Wilds in my land 6, allowing me to get very far ahead there. And then I can shuttle 2 Dahan right now. Shuttle these Dahan into this land, planning to just do a counterattack Dahan sacrifice there. So your cards, heavy farming, doesn't matter. Each piece destroy. Add a Dahan. Wow, that's the 3rd Dahan add event, isn't it? That was the 2nd. I'm just recording in succession. The Ravage build. What's the Explorer? Stands. So there it is, and that is going to be our jungle is the Slave Rebellion. So we are going to River's Bounty into this land, gathering 2 Dahan, adding a Dahan, getting an energy. Time passes. I got to make sure I don't lose. Oh, I got a France 6 again, of course. Let's go into the Beast Land. Got to make sure. Okay, I think we want to be able to set up a defend here with 6 damage. So I have defend 1, so that will be fine. So we're going to G2 bottom, like I said. It's all planned. Reclaim 1 with River's Bounty. And I believe what we want to do is create a centralized sacred site here so I can hit my whole board. And we'll probably we're actually probably gonna have to take a second Blight here. We'll create another sacred site there so I can hit everything. Get close to hitting everything. Or this. Play our 4 cards. Flash Floods. I could do 2 damage. 1 damage here. Basically, the whole point of this build is now I'm going to be using Flash Floods to do 1 damage to a city, and then my innate cleans out the land. I'm going to have Travel, special rule. I'm going to use that to gather some Dahan. I'm going to snag these Dahan and move them over to here. playing around Slave Rebellion so that no cities get built. And I got to make sure I don't lose to the town counts, though. So I think I actually might have an issue with the Explorer here. Let's see. So we got 2, 3, 4, and they're building. I'm at 4 towns, and they're currently building 3, right? Let me do my math. So if I kill this with Slave Rebellion, they're building 2 and 2. So I end up having to take an instant escalation blight. Since that is the case, I'm supposed to gather these Dahan here. Still going to be very close just because of the nature of these explorers. I guess I'm not able to rebellion here, so I'll probably have to take another blight. Okay, that's fine. So we give out Boon of Vigor, and we are ready to go. So this is the rebellion turn. I actually have to trigger the rebellion here, and that is because by doing that, so if I kill the town here, they actually build a second town, if that makes sense. So think of, if you see it like this, they then build, so it looks like that. So I currently have 2 towns left, but now if I instead kill this town with the rebellion, when they build, I actually have an extra town. So, but the city gets built, so that's why I'm supposed to leave the town here. So there's our slave rebellion that goes back in the deck, and hopefully there's no town adds. Increasing aggression, 10 the land, nice. I can heal that. Adding a disease, sure. The extra damage is a bit unfortunate though. So this is going to be 6 damage. That's enough to kill 7 damage -1, so kills all of that. Take another blight, and I have 6 damage here, and that's enough to kill all of this. So it's all cleaned up. Build my sands, and this leaves me the ability to escalate if I need to. It's like I technically did have a loss there if it was a town add plus a if it was a town add into an escalation. That's wetland. If this is a wetlands escalation or wetlands or jungle, there was a way. So yeah, so if there's a single town add, and that's the sad nature of France and why I hate France. I absolutely hate it. I'm gonna escalate over here to my D6, and I'll add my France 6 Explorer. We'll do it into here as well. And this is the whole plan. So we wash away, push this stuff into here, and then we use that massive flooding, completely wiping out the land. Yeah, this is, I don't like France for this very reason, is the game, especially in solo, can be very, very swingy with a lot of spirits. We have River's Bounty, gathering some Dahan and adding a Dahan. So we're going to go like this. And this is where having that defend is going to be so critical. Like if I had a defend for this land, I would just be in an amazing spot here. But I mean, we are completely okay though. We did not get the defend. We did get steam vents though, and we'll just grab steam vents. And we'll play our 4 cards, or our 5 cards. And let's go. We have, was this 1, 2? Yeah, so we give out Boon of Vigor again. We use Flash Floods. Actually, let's first use Steam Vents. So that kills an Explorer. Flash Floods. I can actually move to Han here too as well with my innate and 1, or with my special rule travel. What is this? This is 3, 5, 7. Goodbye 3 to Han. Land clears. Perfect. So we're really close to winning. We'll use Flash Floods to clean out. I actually think, I wish I could go back. I believe I'm supposed to do this instead. So I can flash, so I can massive flooding this land. 5, 7. It's just not enough though. We're close though. We'll see what we can do. There it is. So coordinated defense. So this is one of the cards that River gets to play around. I do lose both of my fear cards though, which is kind of sad, but I also get defend 6, which is just enough to defend the land. God bless. Look at that. We'll add a beast, killing that. Yep, so that wins us the game. So Sans Ravage, all that cleans up. Playing around Han defend. Finally get rewarded. Jungle build, the Explorer's Wetland. Escalation, France 6. We use River's Bounty. Gathering into Han. Adding into Han. Getting energy. Massive wash away. Push this into here. And then we use our massive flooding to clean out that land. So that is it. A GG, a nice tier level 2 victory right at tier level 2. I mean, this is usually a good matchup for River. I mean, we had a bad board. The Explorer was favorable, but just board D is just not a good board for us. Trying to think, our drafts weren't bad. Like, we got value out of Disorienting, being able to, well, not really, because we pushed everything out anyway. So there really wasn't much value here. Really, you want to defend. We did take Blight to scale. We took Blight here, as well as a nice Dahan sacrifice trade. That also is something we would have done here if we didn't get coordinated defense, and the game would have lasted a little bit longer. But at this point, like, because I created these sacred sites here, 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 you really don't need to, like, there's nothing France can do. You're just gonna steamroll them with your innate. So hopefully this was a better showcase of taking Blight to scale. If you like this video, like and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next video.